Hello there, I am a shrimp, sometimes a shrimp chew, and today I'm doing my last specifically Pride Month, Pride themed build of, well, today we are getting a tiny home, color coordinated based on the lesbian flag, brought to you thanks to Lexi Y7K, commenting on my previous bi flag themed build, being like, can you do lesbian next? Yes, I can. Sorry, right, we're gonna see how that, right, it's a tiny home, both for multiple reasons, one being, oh, hello, yeah, here we go. So I was going to get to it, we might get interrupted by a cat. I don't know if you heard her just brush by my mic, but if you hear a meow, but I will get to that, because I have to do things in order. Hello, you got all interested because I started talking, huh? Yeah, you rub your little head on your headphones. There you go. She left the desk again. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, okay. So is this how Little Simsy feels? Except Little Simsy's like, what? There's a cat in front of me? Who knows? Right. Tiny home, both because I feel like so I've done a bisexual themed bakery and a trans flag themed like color coordinated whatever house, and I feel like the trans house was great, it was fun. Oh, I love that build, but it was definitely maybe a little bit spacious, so it was like tiny home. We ended up with a small home because, well, I wanted it to not feel too tiny. Like, I had some ideas. I wanted to do like a kind of snazzy bathroom. I wanted to make sure there was a cozy like reading space, and I didn't want it to feel proper tiny. And I know I could have done the little like cheat loophole walls thing, but I didn't really want to do that. And also because, getting to the cat, we have just gotten a cat. At the time of recording, I should hopefully upload this same day, but we've had her 2 days. Like, yeah, just over 48 hours at this point. She's a little sweetie. She's really, now, granted, she's not a kitten. She is around 7 years old. Her name is Munchkin. So, she's not brand new. She's been in houses. I guess, there's less adjusting. I don't know. This is my first, my pet. But what I'm trying to say is, she's like really settling in very well. Like, she's just eager to explore. She has like her safe room, but she doesn't even, I think she's went back into her crate once, and that was like for a brief lie down, then she came right back out. We've got plenty of cardboard boxes for her. As you heard, she's happy to jump up on my desk, even with me here. I have a bed for her under my desk because it was like a nice little sort of more enclosed corner for her. So I thought for the first day, good place for the bed. And she seems to actually both like, well, no, it was because she liked going under the desk to begin with anyway. So she likes that anyway. And then she seems to like the bed because she often is lying on it whenever we come in to check on her. She's doing great. Sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at it, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to do quite a snazzy little bathroom. We are definitely going, whilst there are some corners of the house that are a little softer, we're definitely going for, well, you might say loud and proud, but we're definitely saying loud. Snazzy shower, complete with all of the candles, the little branch. Really, as soon as I saw the branch lights, I was like, this is the idea. Because I knew I wanted to do a bigger shower, but I didn't have like an design. So I was like, yes, we're going to do this. We're going to do lighting, do some windows around the top for the, future plants that you're going to see. And we got a funky little bathroom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. String lights and neon lights are just the peak of cool, and whether that is objective fact or the teenage influence of Tumblr on me, I don't know. But I'm leaning with the former, and you can't change my mind. So yeah, we have a very orange and pink house. It's open plan, like kitchen, dining, living area, but they all have their own little corners. Bedroom, bathroom, quite a reasonably nice outside. I say reasonable, no, right. In terms of if you're used to doing completely over the top, ridiculous, have everything in it builds, then, reasonably nice. Backyard. but it's perfectly sizable. There's plenty of, like, if your Sims are like, hey, actually, I want this thing, there's space to add stuff. There's a little bit of room for everybody. I say everybody, like, this is a small home, and you're getting, like, 2 Sims in here. And also you start adding sleeping spots. But yeah, no, there's chill space outside, there's skill space outside, there's a bit of fitness space outside, stuff and things. We got the popcorn machine. You can definitely have a couple of cozy movie nights. There's TVs in the bedroom and the living room, because I was like, options. And I think Munchkin has left the room. It's okay, I leave the room when I talk to. That, or is she in the box? No, she left. We have a few different boxes, like, under chairs and stuff, so it's like, is she in one of them? Is she? It was a good day to have not yet got rid of a couple of Amazon boxes. It was a good day. So yeah, you can see kitchen. This is a little openly planned dining area. It's just little cozy chairs. I set it up so it's like, you know, you could be sat with your friends eating, but there's a little bit where, like, there's a laptop and a cup, and also, like, if she sat. I picture the Sims that live here being both, like, very creative, perhaps, being work from home with the digital tablet, freelancing on the laptop, you know. That's kind of the vibe I feel like whether it be what they are actually going, like, with their actual job, or whether it's what they're working towards, being able to, like, quit their other job and just live on their creative hobby income. The dream, right? And not at all the capitalist nightmare, right? I don't know, because I feel like because it's a Pride Month theme, building Pride Month, I need to, like, ramble more on everything I've already rambled in the trans flag one and the bakery one, but, like, it's like, if you're watching it at this point, you don't even need to hear the ramble, you know, like, LGBTQIA good. Stinky assholes bad. Simples. I did enjoy getting to use the Pride bed again. I was very, very excited. I say that like I'm not allowed to use it outside of these, but it's the being especially on theme thing, just, you know, gives me a nice little smiley face in my brain. Like you came along with a stamper with a smiley face and just stamped it on my brain. So yeah, I like to think Sims here would be quite relaxed. It's a little bit funky. I like to think it's, you know, they got this place and they've been like slowly remodeling it to their liking and their quirks. I am calling plants around the shower quirks, okay? You know, thrifting a bit here, thrifting a bit there. Like it's a nice, beautiful mishmash. A collage of interior design, if you will. You know what? I've realized why I feel weird. It's because I'm not wearing my headset and I cannot hear the Sims music. So I really do. I'm like very aware that I'm just talking to myself right now. And again, those curtains. I know they're the... What are they? They're not... Like, I know they're the kids' curtains. They're just base game, aren't they? But they're so good. Their swatches are so good for so many things. It's impressive. Yes. I toyed with, like, putting that bar outside, like having some kind of roof or like outdoor tent or something over it, but then I was like, no, better idea for the lights. The lights wanted to fight me whenever I was trying to rotate them though, but we get there. So your tree has some nice hanging lights, kind of, you know, the DIY version of the isn't it Get Together that comes, or is it, was it the I can't even remember the name. What's the, like, boho movie night? It might even be that name, but you know that themed, like, one of the earlier packs? They have a tree with lights on it, don't they? There's something. I really was conflicted about going more properly pink or orange for the sofa. I did spend a long time there. Same with the coffee table. I was really, because I was aware the kitchen was so orange, and I know the dining area is a little more, you know, pink, but it's just like a little pop of pink. So I was like, I don't want to go overboard on the orange. I'm trying to not be perfectly balanced, but, you know, have a bit of here. So I feel like that sofa is like, it's like a soft orange, which I think kind of sits in between nicely. And then that coffee table with the two different pinks on the choice. I was like, okay, Okay, we're getting back to some sort of balance. And then I frantically search through like the different shelving and like display type surfaces. See, like those thrifted was it storage cubes or whatever they're called. I was like, great, perfect. That's gonna be like the sim went out, saw them, went, oh, those would be perfect, and they'd fit in my little slot, and I could keep my like X hobby items in that. Because I'm too lazy to decide which hobby. Like maybe it's the knitting supplies, maybe it's the painting supplies. Who knows? Also, that random square is sort of like from the outside. My mindset is like that's gonna be looks like a fireplace. We're ignoring where it's not in line with the fireplace. Okay, there might be a bit of a hamster tunnel of a fireplace chimney situation going on, but it's fine. But on the inside, it contains the bookshelf, and then has the sprinkler system hidden behind it. Because as much as I love the sprinkler system, I do not find the sprinkler system aesthetically pleasing at all. Not at all. In the TV. There should be more colored TVs, just saying. And there you go. TV in the bedroom, but it doesn't have to be a TV. It can be a nice aesthetic art piece if you're just chilling in there reading or, you know, doing normal sleeping things. It's fine. Absolutely fine. And there's the bookcase. So, you know, I think we're succeeding in being very much, it's not a pop of color. Everything is the color. Salt lamp. Candles. You know what? I think I've rambled about this in other bits, but I am amused by how much I use candles, despite not being like that much of a candle person. I'm like a slight candle person in the sense that I get sucked into buying them, and then maybe 6 months later I'll remember to light one for like a night or two, and then it will not get used again for 6 months. Shout out to the candle that I got as a gift for Christmas that I think we lit a couple of times, like finally 2 months ago, and we haven't touched it since, which is a shame because it's one of those ones that has like a hidden like item, like some kind of jewelry is in it, and I am intrigued because it's like a Wednesday Addams themed one. Anyway, I love those rugs. That rug in particular, I was like, you are the dream for this color scheme. As you may notice, as far as I'm concerned, definitely pet owners that may be slightly biased in the me just becoming a pet owner might have to do a cat themed build and just ramble about her a little bit more. So, you know, feel free to subscribe if you'd like that. I'm very excited just in general. I'm both like, I feel like a little bit guilty. I wanted to do this build and make sure to get it recorded, like narrated and put up before like June's over. So I was like, just this one. And otherwise, like my other main gaming YouTube channel, I have it like, I'm actually a video ahead of myself for once. So like next week is sorted. I'm ahead of schedule. I also stream on Twitch. Don't know when that's gonna happen. It's probably going to have a guest star for about 5 seconds when it does happen though. But everything's, I'm like, I feel like, no, I shouldn't be doing other things. I should be like focusing on her and, you know, slightly stalkerish new pet parent vibes. But at the same time, it's like, she just wants to sleep in her corner. Like when she wants something, she'll come to us. Not in a, you know, ignore her way, but just in a, she doesn't need us. She's happy in her box. We can exist. I may have a slight touch of like, I don't know, new pet parent anxiety. Being like, am I doing things right? Do you feel okay, Munchkin? Do you feel loved? Also, for the record, not that it matters, we did not name her that. She came with the name and it suits her because she is kind of a small cat. And honestly, I don't know that I'd have a better name for her. I don't, like, how do you name a cat when you don't? Well, that's the thing, right? People who actually get to name their cat, do you just like base it entirely off appearance? Do you just pick a random name? Like, how do you know it's going to fit their personality? So yes, I would be a complete overthinker and should not be allowed to name things, and that is why I'm glad she came with a name and that we're fine with it. Suits her. Granted, they don't actually know if it was like originally her name, but it's what the like adoption place named her because she needed a name. And yes, there's a little kitty cat on top of both the little windowsill shelf and the bookcase, just to add the cat vibe. I'm trying to think of what else have I added to this build, because, you know, at this point I'm just at a lot of little lights, a little hobby thing. See there, like the little drink by the laptop. I add some of the gaming hobby items. Little coin thing. I like the little shelf by the door, because I feel like, you know, your Sims running out, trying to like dump things out of their bag, throwing it on the shelf, running away, or coming back in and being like, oh, post, shoves it on shelf, forgets about it for a while. Great. And you know, they can go outside, they can meditate. There's the flower arranging table, there's some plant pots, there's the nice little bar. I made a little, there is a little corner of the garden that is for the cats, should they want to chill outside instead of indoors. I don't have an idea in my head how many cats this sim has. It might be 2, it might be 1. It might be 1 and all the neighborhood cats come over to say hi, because, you know, this cat's just a social butterfly. Or maybe it's like 1 sim lives here and there's 7 cats. Who knows? I did put a second food bowl down, so like it'll be slightly less chaotic if you have multiple. But mostly it was to simulate the idea of, like, you know, giving your pets a water bowl. I understand it would maybe be like 1 extra thing for your Sims to like randomly keep on top of. But I do find it an interesting choice that just no water bowl. Even if it wasn't something in your Sims had a refill, I'm surprised there's not just 1 in the game just to be like, place that down, they'll always have water, it's fine. Like they can't all just be the dog drinking out of the toilet, you know? I like to think the makeup vanity section is like 100% thrifted. Thrifted and maybe a little bit of gifted, like, oh, my friend's aunt's getting rid of this, do you want it? Yeah, take it. Or, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know. Okay. The point is, it's all a whimsically acquired bunch of thrifted and gifted and maybe occasionally crafted interior design. I don't know at what point, right? I see it, like, you may notice now in the corner, like, by the bedroom door below the fan, there was that plant lamp light. And I do not know at what point it disappeared, because I put it back. Like, it's there again, you'll see it. I notice it before I, like, finish the build. But I don't know what deleted it. And even watching this back, I was too busy rambling, I still don't know what deleted it. Which is fine, but... And then I had to go find it, and then I had to be like, wait, is it under plants or lamps? Because it's under lamps. I want like a category. I want things like that to pop up in both categories. But I also want more subcategories. I've said this before. I don't remember the specifics, but like just of like different kinds of decorations. Like there's different vibes, you know? Between like, say, your framed pictures and your paper poster vibes. And I've had a better example previously. I've rambled before, but I don't remember it right now. I'm a little bit like, you know what, I was like, I'm hungry, but I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm actually kind of more absent-minded than I care to admit, except I'm going to admit it. Because I meant to come up to my computer and like prepare this for me to then ramble over it. But then I kind of just started rambling. Honestly, I think I looked at our cat and got distracted and then went, oh yeah, I'm doing this. And then like halfway through rambling on this, I was like, I didn't mean to start rambling, but well, here we are. So just humaning or just neurodivergenting, who knows? In this nice outside area. So there's gonna be a bar area, there's a little grill, outdoor seating. That pot is going to gain a plant, and place your bets now if you think you know what plant is going to go in it, because it's not a plant I've ever potted, that's for sure. And then there's a little meditation area with the little drinks tray over by the tree, just because that seemed nice. Little bunny to keep you company. There's like the 4th chair of the dining set, because I feel like they didn't have space for all inside, but they were like, no, we're still gonna use it. So they put it outside, you know, they sit there and enjoy their outdoors. Or maybe whenever they're working on all their plants and potting plants and they need a break, they sit there. Or they use it as another surface, you know. And of course there's a bike outside. And the, I think, very rare time outside of a very autumn theme build I've ever used those double tier plant shelfie thingamabob planters. Pet balls, see? And then that rug. I don't know why, but there's something very satisfying about putting that rug at the front door. I think it's because, it gave it a little more definition in the front door. But it was so satisfying that it was such a non-color. Like, it's not taking away, it's not drawing attention, it's there for function, not necessarily aesthetics. And yeah, cat tree outdoors. I spent a while debating if I wanted it diagonal, but then I was like, this looks weird not pushed against a wall, so we'll see. And then I just do a little bit of landscaping. Landscaping's pretty, chill. There's just a lot of flower hedges. Again, maybe if the Sims who live here get real into gardening, they can have all of their plants all around the house. But for now, it's just, simple enough. Probably just how it was when they moved in, and they're just maintaining it, maybe slowly adding to it. Work in progress kind of vibe, And I spent ages debating what way I wanted the floor out here, like how much of... Did I want to use a different one underneath the basketball court? Did I want to use the same one? And I used the same one. I stick with that. Just readjust slightly. Yeah, pretty much it. I think I do fix the roof, which if you saw at the start, I say fix, I go back and actually continue the roof. If you saw at the start, I have some plans for some windows in the roof, like the sides of the roof. So we get that. I was so conflicted. I wanted to use the nice rainbow one, but then I was like, can I ignore the orange door with the flower one and the bricks that kind of vibe with the house, like a more cohesive roof? So, nice little butterfly on the garden side, that big colorful flower window on the front. Fun times. Fun times. Also, you might think that I've forgotten the little sticky out bit at the front, and you'd be right. But I did fix it before I uploaded to the gallery. Speaking of the gallery, my ID is Shrimpchu. This is just up as Lesbian Flag Tiny Home. Obviously right now it's going to be the most recent thing I've uploaded, so whichever way you want to search it. Probably Shrimpchu is easier, I'd imagine. And yeah. Welcome to my cozy tiny home of lesbian flag wonder. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to, well, obviously if you want it yourself, check it out in the gallery, but feel free to, give a little like, give a little comment if you feel inclined. If you just want to comment, cat, because you're a cat person, that is also valid. Feel free to check out my channel. I have just a few Sims builds. And until next time, well, place your bets if it's a cat themed build. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And may the cat distribution system be kind to you too.